Yeah, hello everyone. Uh, Today we'll briefly discuss about few of the progress we have made since yesterday. So we are doing very good quality code. I think we are producing something daily, and we are doing very good progress in terms of everything. And that the first big shout out to our Kenny, because one problem we are facing, we are discussing. If you see, there are 27 comments. We are unable to send it to Kindle. There are some problem we are facing. Tolga and myself and Puru, with three people struggled. But Kenny spent, I think not more than 1 hour. And the approach he took is really very good. So, Kenny, do you want to talk about a little bit about your issue, how you resolve it? Now, because of this fix, right? By just hitting a button, the PDF is generating, fetching for Twitter, and going to the Kindle. There is no manual intervention, no need to send email, no need to send to Kindle. So end to end is working seamlessly by just pressing one simple enter. So it is very good work. So do you want to give a little bit overview on that? What you did?
Sure. So yesterday, Profil asked if I could go through this, but initially I had no idea how the code was working. So Profil gave me a quick walkthrough about how the email is sent to Kindle. That Kindle has an email ID that needs to have a whitelist of our email ID so that we can send it. And then he added my email as an accepted email ID, and I sent a sample message with an attachment as a PDF. So that went fine, and he was able to access that PDF on his Kindle. So then I tried. So Profile had shown me how to configure the CLI code to enable the mail to be sent. So I opened the code, and then I added my Gmail credentials so that it would be sending from my account. And that actually, in my sent list in my Gmail ID, I was able to see the email. So that much was working, but Amazon was sending us a reply saying that okay, there was no PDF or there was no file in that email that was sent. So then what I did was I looked at the node mailer. So the node mailer is the package that we are using to try and send the email using Node.js. So I opened their documentation and just checked, okay, is there a different way to attach the file? So maybe there is something wrong with the attachment, was what my thought process was. Then I took a look at it, and then there was one different way, but actually it was not really affecting this. But I tried it anyways, and it was a bit more cleaner code, so I just kept it there. But still, I was not able to figure out why this was happening. So then I thought, okay, there must be something wrong in the actual mail content that was being sent. So I looked to see if there was any way in Node Mailer that so essentially an email is just a particular formatted text in a certain format that the email like servers can understand. So I decided, okay, then I can take a look at the actual email data. So that's why I opened my Gmail, and then I opened that sent email, and based on that data I got this kind of a data that is here. And so what happens in the email is that in order to send multiple for like data, for example, we have the email's body and then a PDF. So in the left side is my Gmail sent email, and there it is saying the content is multi-part mixed, basically meaning that there is multiple types of content in the single email, which includes like a text body or maybe multiple attachments. At least in this case, there is some kind of a blank body that Gmail is creating, and then towards the bottom you can see that there is a actual PDF content. But on the right side is the one that was being sent by Node Mailer, and on that there is just application slash PDF as the content type, which means that the entire content of the email is just a PDF. So I thought, okay, maybe Amazon is expecting an email with multiple fields. So then in the node mailer configuration, I saw that we could add a text parameter to the code where it would automatically include some text as a body. So I gave that option, and then I checked by sending the email, and on that email I was able to see that the email was similar to the left side that we saw, so that it would also have that multi-part mixed content type, and I was not getting any rejection email. So then I waited for some time and I saw that profile was actually getting it. So then I just documented this out just so that anyone else could also go through it. Um, and I hope that is explanatory. Yeah, that's it.
Master
Thanks for
debugger.
documenting this out, Kenny. And that's the most wonderful part.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kenny. Really, it is very nice to see you jumping into it and resolving very critical issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move to the second thing. Like since lately, right, Joel is being doing really very good, putting lots of effort in terms of coming up with the design. See, for example, in the phase one, he started with this design. For the timing, right, don't focus on the dark theme, focus on the lighter theme. We can come up with the dark theme later. This is the phase one initial draft, and this is the team he is. Now he is coming up with this, this is the PDF, the main site. But actually, for the currently, we have the team page. This phase one. So you guys can feel free to give some suggestion. He's very open. So and also Ameen started doing some kind of HTML CSS development. So Ameen, can you explain about your experience, how you approach like taking from this design and what is the issue you face today and how you hate me because wasting your lots of hours?
No. So first, what happened was when I was making the thing, I did not scroll right on the Sigma. So I used the previous design, and I was like, why the people did not make that, and I remade the entire thing. Later, I realized that that was an old one. So after going through the entire thing, since the body was already made, only the things that had to be changed in the first part was the navigation had to be changed, and on the left side if you see Twindle, it's the logo was there before and that has been changed, and then in the between there used to be a huge text. So basically it was a lot of deletion, and then you had to add white space here and there to make everything look even. So I added white space either by adding margins or either by adding br tag is basically you break a line, so it creates an empty space in between. Then in the second part, I don't think that pull request is yet accepted. So in that, it's basically you have like three different components. You have one dotted lines, then one you have like three images, and then a para. The three images ate half of my time, like 4 hours, just to realize how to do it. With Flexbox, later I realized that you could do it with transform, translate X, and just move it, keeping the gap there. So like this one was just a flexbox with three different divs, and each div like having direction column, and it was pretty much that was it. I don't think it's that complex, but later if you go for testimonials or something, it gets complex.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, yeah, keep on continue working, and if somebody want to contribute, right, you take the lead and guide them, and so that people can approach. Today, Titli also asking me does she want to contribute, and she's not sure how she can do that. So please, either she can approach you or you put in Discord. I think
Yeah,
she's in
sure.
Discord, so that you collaborate together and assign some tasks. I
Yeah,
want to
sure.
see more collaboration. So we have plenty of tasks. More collaboration would definitely help because this is the main idea. If somebody interested, we should definitely jump in and discuss, help them out. Give some assignment tasks. I'm sure that you will do that.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, like Akshay. Akshay today raised one pull request and he come up with this team design. So Akshay, can you give an update about your team? What's your thought process about it?
I'm not able to hear Akshay.
Hello, Akshay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I think
we can
we'll
hear
go to
some sound
Akshay a
from
little
the
bit
computer.
later because he is having some issue with the mic. But the design looks very cool. So he has put lots of effort in terms of design. So you guys feel free to give some feedback to him. And also, I would suggest Akshay to work collaboratively with Joel because the design he needs to approve and put into Figma and give some suggestion. Your design looks very good, but please collaborate with Joel because Joel would be the primary contact person and should make all the decision in terms of design. But he will be open to take your design. Your design looks very clean and I like personally. So anybody want to comment on this team design now? Yeah, I think people preparing to reply on the chat. That is fine. So there are two important thing. After that, I'll go to Puru for the demo. Before I go into there, right? Yeah, Puru created a Twindle thread. And it is Simon thread, and Simon also liked it, and I think he also retweeted it. So we get a good vibe, guys, and he appreciated it in the lot of comment. So retweeting means a lot. Usually people in the who has like 10k 20k follower don't retweet other people content if they really don't like it. So it symbolizes that people are started loving it in because like Simon also is very good 20k follower and putting lots of effort in terms of creating his content. So it's a very good thing that we are getting appreciation from the Twitter community, some of the big recognized people. So thanks, Puru. And before I go to Puru for discussion about the puppet and other thing, I was trying to play around with some thread, also how it looks like PDF, because the PDF will be the central part of us. So this is one recent tweet, like from David Perel. So for Mira also, like this is like couple of action you can think about how you can do that. I'll just explain it. So for example, this PDF is now coming here. It is much more readable and there still needs to be some work. Like David Perel, I given some suggestion like in terms of that I'll keep on providing some information. But for example, here we have one tweet, right? This kind of short URL I don't like. Somebody needs to fix it up. Short URL we don't like. And also, if we have an embedded tweet, right? I think the reply we don't need to mention, but this kind of embedded tweet we have to consider into putting into our thread. Because that will put lots of information, relevant information which needs to be put. So I think Mira or somebody needs to work on that, like to come up with some kind of API, how to handle it. So we don't need to worry about that replies, but we need to definitely worry about like which is embedded thread, because this is the information what is prominently displayed. This is the thing. This is the test, and also like images. I think still is not done, so somebody needs to work on that images. This is future obsession is something like that, but there is no image here. I want to see some work in terms of putting that images out, and so that it should be. But I'm sure that we can go to there. It will be improved as we go. Now, Puru, it is up to you. Do you want to share your screen and any question here before I go to Puru?
Praful, just one thing. Actually, the short URLs there actually indicate the embedded stuff. Like, so, say if it's a link, then that's the link there, or if it's an embedded tweet, then that short URL is the link to that tweet. So that part we need to filter it out. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, that part we need to filter it out. We need to remove it from the text and instead look at the attachments in the Twitter API response and just put it there. So maybe Puru can help me and we can figure it out how to do it.
Yes, sure, Mira. You and Puru can discuss. Whoever want to jump in, we can collaborate. But I was just, yeah. Please go ahead and discuss and come up with some solution. But that would be interesting to see, like how we can display this embedded to it, and it will add some value to us. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
And you guys can approach to Kenny also. He was also definitely going to help you guys.
Yeah, and if any of you guys have any ideas on how to display it within the text, so yeah, that would be good too. Like, so if we put it in a card of some kind, or some ideas would be good.
Now just display put some intention and display it here. No need to worry about UI part, but I want to display it. Like try to fetch the information, and this kind of URL I just don't want to see because it doesn't articulate any views. Because for the Kindle, this link is meaningless.
Yeah, so we need to parse these kind of URLs out, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure the solution, but even though you see in that here, right? My podcast is here, so we are giving the t.co, which is of not making any meaning because we can't. Even though you give their host name, something like that, it makes sense, but this is of no use. So we have to think through it how we can do that. If it is challenging, we don't need to fix immediately, but this would be the action item. We have to think through it. Okay.
But but sometimes the websites would be like intentionally be kept in the tweets, right? Like who is tweeting, so then it could be an issue.
No problem. We can put that website name, but what I'm telling the t.co is not meaningless. For example, if you can display perel.com/podcast, which is more readable.
Okay. I'll see if there is some API which actually gets the longer URL.
If it is, we can restrict the size. If you, let's say, like 100 character, we will decide to display only perel.com/podcast or some kind of 20 character. Then we can dot, or we can skip it. Because there is no need for clicking the link, just to give an indication that to what URL they're talking about.
Okay, because in the description field, it is saved as short URLs. So does that make sense? Because I'm just picking up whatever is in the description field, right? So it's saved like that by Twitter. So I'll see if
But
there's
I'm
some way
talking
which
about
is-
user point of view.
Just to
No,
point
no,
out.
I get it. So I'm just trying to think of a solution in my head. So since it is in the description field that way, we need to figure out a way to either get rid of it completely or to get the original URL. So I don't know. We'll have to think of a solution.
Mira, on the Twitter API, they do provide a field called entities, and then within that there is a URL field which has the expanded URL.
Awesome.
Exactly. They're like Twitter API provides us everything. Like we don't need to do any extra hoops.
Yeah, that is true. But see, this description part is just one single field, and they have saved the URLs in this particular way. So that is what I'm talking about. So if we shouldn't look at the description anymore, then we should just pick up the individual entities.
Probably, I think the answer lies in the that what was that expansions field. I'll look into it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably join in later today.
Okay, that's very good. I'll make sure that I'll keep you guys busy. Puru, you want to share your screen? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Puru, you want to show something, right? Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, my microphone was off while I was speaking. Okay, so Vijaya has figured out exactly how we can get all the tweets, and the tweet can be as older as we want from just Puppeteer with some help from me. So let me share. Okay. Can you see it?
It's loading. Yeah. You can see it now.
Okay, so So here's a code that Vijaya sent me. I modified it a bit. So right now the problem we are running into is that the script he sent me originally, if we ran say if when I run this script, Puppeteer is going to launch. And we are going to get this. So now if you will look at it, this is quite old. It's actually it's more than 2 years old tweet. So now and it currently holds, I think, somewhere around 40 tweets as far as I know, this thread. So yeah, if you see it, if you scroll down, you can see all of these. Then you can click on this show thread and you can then see all of them. But the issue is that first of all, Twi- Twi- Twitter uses virtual scrolling. So right, so only so in web scraping we can only get the tweet IDs and URLs from what we are actually seeing here. So that's the problem. We like I scroll down. So almost all of the tweets under the fold and under this area have most probably been deleted. So we we can't really get those. So the solution was to simply make it small. Now see, if you look, this is actually the Omni box. These are the tabs where my mouse is, and this is the whole area. We are getting all the tweets right now, all of them, all at once. And then we can use Puppeteer to click the show more threads, this button here, which I just clicked, and we can see all the tweets. And then it's very easy to get them all and filter out, like very easy. So that's it. All
Yeah, but is this a
all the
scalable solution? I mean, how far will you go small? Like, is that a problem? I mean, I'm just asking, I'm not sure. So, in case if it's a bigger thread than this, then how do you know the scaling factor? Like, how small do you need to take the screen?
all what I say is that smallest you can think. I think 0.1 should be small enough. I mean, 0.1, just look at it.
Mira, to add to this, actually, that's not a complete solution, because if that's even after we have this 0.1, if there are tweets, we may not get that. But the idea is now is to get at least few tweets which are there actually. So maybe we could improve on that, or at least if we can know what is the last tweet, then I think we are good on that. But I'm actually working on getting that last tweet. I think we discussed this also on our call, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, I'm not trying to find faults or anything. I
no,
was
no.
just curious to know.
No, that's what I'm just telling. That once we find out that last tweet, right? I think we can have that kind of what do you say, the factor which we are seeing here, so that we'll have that set of tweets, so that we can get them out. Maybe I'm also thinking of maybe we need to also include some API things here, but I'm not sure right now. But yeah, that's fun.
And even this 0.1 factor, it can include at least 200 tweets. So I think that should be enough. And this is 0.05. It just look at it, 45 tweets in this area, 45. I think it would work. I mean, no one makes that big threads.
Puru, let's concentrate on not all the tweets right now, at least the first 20 tweets, that if we can get that array into that our JSON format. So maybe that would be the right thing to actually do that, at least to start with.
But it looks very complicated to me. I no need to see this, whatever the Matrix movie in my code, right? I have to just run my one command and I'll get PDF my Kindle, right?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah.
I thought that would be here, but maybe yeah, we'll see. Like I'll talk to Puru. Like
Yeah, technical complexity you guys can handle it, but I want to
yes,
read the novel PDF in my Kindle.
yes, 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 yes. Got it. Yeah, yeah.
No, just kidding. Yeah, but it is very good stuff. Yeah, I think we are in the right direction, and I have one maybe task for Mira specifically, but I'll talk later. It is about like understanding the terms of condition about the Twitter developer group, whether web scraping is legal or not, or we'll at this moment we should not think too much, but that is definitely in my mind. How stretch we can, even though we have a workable solution, how legally it would be, to use it. But let's make it work. But before launching, we have to definitely think through it. Mira, did you get it?
Oh yeah, I got it, but I'm not sure about. I've seen some solutions where they do the exact same thing, so
Now
I
I'll
don't
pass
think
you
it.
the URL. There is
Okay.
a good documentation. I know that you'll enjoy reading that.
Okay, all right, give it to me.
Yeah, but not in urgent. Let it make a workable solution first. Then I think the terms of condition. It is very big document. Today I was reading through that. But yeah, but we'll keep an eye on that so that we should not turn into any illegal thing. We try our best to play with
Yeah,
the. But
if we combine the API route with this, then yes, we might not have any issues because anyway, we're going to get all the information from the API. So I don't know how. I mean, once the finished product is ready, then we can think about this. I think anyway, you pass me the document. I'll read about it to see if there is any issue. But let's have a workable solution, like you said.
yeah, that is not a priority. We'll just keep in mind, just to my thought. I just want to. Anybody has anything to add?